Namaste. My name is Kumar. I'm a member of the Hindu Temple of Rochester, and I'm very happy to share with you some of my thoughts on the Hinduism. Uh, Let me start with the name first. Where did the name come from? Uh, the Hinduism or Hindu was used conveniently to denote people who were living in the Indus Valley. The proper name should be Sanatana Dharma, which is a way whose beginning cannot be fathomed. It is an eternal order, it is an eternal path of righteous conduct. Hinduism is mostly a code of ethics, a way of living. It boasts more than 900 million followers all over the world. So it's at once ancient as well as contemporary and dynamic. It is a living tradition, a tradition that is built on the experiences of many and the inclusion of those experiences in its fold. So it can be quite rightly described as a cultural quilt. It's a collective religion, an amalgamation of practices and beliefs of many native tribes over thousands of years. This is the reason that you see the different practices of the land coexisting within the same faith, practices brought from native modes, which are retained. And so, intrinsically, it's a religion that promotes tolerance, understanding, and acceptance. Being an experiential religion and having no founder and no single institutional authority, Hinduism is not a proselytizing religion. It does not believe in conversions, nor is it practiced. Religious thoughts were inspired by the visions and utterances of many sage poets. This tradition is nurtured and carried on by the teachings of the lineage of these acharyas, gurus, and philosophers. The spiritual basis of the religion comes from the Vedas, the sacred book of Hindus. Vedas arose over many, many centuries, one of the earliest collections of religious literature in the world. It is not a single literary work or a compilation of a number of books at a particular time. The Vedas describe the genuine spirit of inquiry, conversation, and clarification of philosophical ideas. They reflect the insights heard, learned, and revealed to and realized by the sages. It's mostly an oral tradition, and it contains, in addition to the ritualistic rules and strictures, also treatises on astronomy, medicine, surgery, cosmology, and so forth. The Hindu theology or the Vedic view could be explained as follows. Underlying the spiritual principle of the universe is only one Brahman. This supreme truth is infinite and transcendent and immanent. This truth is one, but it is called differently by different people. This fundamental belief of Hinduism speaks against the common misrepresentation that Hinduism promotes many gods. It's polytheistic. In fact, a proper description of the Hindu faith, Hindu belief, would be that it is not polytheism, but polyodosism. It is not a monodoctrinal religion. It allows for multiple paths of spiritual fulfillment. As the famous saying in Hindu scripture goes, just as the water from the sky flows through numerous rivers to join one mighty ocean, all worship reach the same one divine. Many forms of the same supreme are observed, not many gods. Each Hindu is entitled to see the divine truth in his or her own way. seeing the manifestation embodying the omnipresence and the omnipotence of the supreme truth. One of the fundamental tenets of the philosophy of the faith is that the theory of Atman or soul. Hindu describes this as indestructible. It provides an explanation for the human consciousness. The supreme soul is described as a Paramatman, and the rest are described as Jivatman. The Hinduism affirms that the divinity is in every soul, and every soul is divine. The Hindu way of life is governed by the code of dharma, the path of righteousness. It tells us what we ought to do. It provides a code of behavior that keeps us at peace with ourselves and our external world. The motivation to follow this path is intended to come from within. Another equally important concept that is the basis of Hindu thought is the concept of karma. The law of karma explains that the experiences are fruits of our actions. It links to the idea of reincarnation. But this philosophy is not one of condemnation or an encouragement for inaction. It actually encourages one and lights the path to go through the pursuit of life's aspects, but with the goal and objective of eventual moksha or renunciation and revelation by leading a dharmic life. There are many sacred textbooks of Hinduism apart from the Vedas. Some of these are the Upanishads, which form the concluding portion of the Vedas. They elaborate the wisdom culled from the Vedas. They provide exposition of the essence of Vedic knowledge, of spiritual vision, as well as philosophical arguments. Another important text for Hindus is the Bhagavad Gita, which is a dialogue between the divine form and the truth seeker Arjuna. In addition, the Hindus also revere the Itihasas, the epic narrations of Ramayana and Mahabharata, which form a link from north to south and east to west of the country of Hindus. In summary, the vision of the Sanatana Dharma could be described as follows. There is only one supreme truth that is perceived and manifested in many forms. We are one human family of that supreme truth. Hindu thought emphasizes this repeatedly in many, many places. It also promotes and strives for the love, compassion, prosperity, well being, and respect for all humans, plants, animals. Reverence to and respect for all natural elements is promoted throughout Hindu scriptures and Hindu thought. The goal is not a heavenly state or a rebirth into a better world, but actually enlightenment and the break from life death cycle. Namaste. Thank you very much for watching this. And I also want to thank the ICC for giving me a chance to share this with you. Namaste.